His brother, his identical twin, killed on 9/11. He hasn't spoken publicly about it until now. CNN's Jason Carroll talks to Mark Bavis about his loss and his mission.
They were literally mirror images of each other. Mike Bavis and his twin brother Mark look so much alike, at times only their clothing distinguished them. The two shared that special bond identical twins often talk about.
We were very close. We spent so much of our time together being in sports and really always together.
They grew up in Boston in a large, loving Irish Catholic family, went to the same schools, played on the same hockey teams, even in college.
They did everything together. You know, when we were recruiting them, there was a question of whether we were going to take both of them or we'd only take one, and there was no way they were going to split up and go to different schools.
We played together quite a bit. We were very lucky.
In 2001, Mark Bavis was working as a hockey scout for the Los Angeles Kings. On September 11th, he boarded United Airlines Flight 175 in Boston. His life and the lives of 64 others cut short when the plane hit the World Trade Center.
I've got 2 children, and my brother was a big part of all of my nieces and nephews' lives. So I think that, you know, I look at that and I know they've missed that, and that's tough.
For the first time since his brother's death, Bavis has agreed to talk publicly, motivated by anger over what he sees as preventable gaps in airline security and concern that Mark's death might have been in vain.
And my brother's eulogy encouraged people to get back on planes. You know, if I had known then what I know now, I don't know if I could make that statement.
Today, Bavis is especially critical of the Transportation Security Administration, or TSA. He says they're withholding key documents relating to the 9/11 hijackings and are not open enough about their current security procedures.
I don't think being secretive in terms of the performance, in terms of the job they're doing, is good for the American public. And I think if the American public knew before 9/11 that there was a threat, we would have been much better prepared to act when those people entered the planes. What we don't know is bad for national security.
Clear bag.
The TSA says they provided information about their security operation to 9/11 families who requested it, redacting only the minimum necessary to continue to protect our aviation system. Bavis says that's not enough. He says there needs to be more federal oversight of the TSA, and he's urging people to lean on their lawmakers.
Wherever you might be, red state or blue state, if you can't get engaged to learn more about what's happened since 9/11, then we are destined to have another terrorist act. Get over, get over, get over.
Bavis now coaches hockey at his alma mater, Boston University. The ice is where he has some of his fondest memories of his brother.
Bavis backhand goal with 1 second left.
In the school's arena, an image memorializing Mark shooting a championship goal.
Is it okay for you to look at things like this?
Yeah, I think that, you know, some are probably harder than others. I think that if you asked anybody in my family, we all have times that, you know, we feel like he's right there with us.
Jason Carroll, CNN, Boston.
Mike and his family have set up a college scholarship fund in Mark's name, and you can go to www.markbavisleadershipfoundation.org for more information, and you can see more of Jason Carroll's reports on Paulazon Now.